Good morning, magic players and card collectors of all kinds. I apologize for not being my usual super crazy, loud, and excitable self, but my chest is really still hurting from yesterday. First off, before I start this video in any way, shape, or form, I just want to say such a huge thank you to all of my friends on Discord. Base and Tibbs and Catsy and so many others. Sean, everyone just kind of was all reaching out and touching base with me to make sure that I was okay. Vinny, like it was really moving, and I really needed some support yesterday. Try not to cry. My dad was having his birthday yesterday, so he was out, and my brother was at work, and we're not going to talk about what my mom said because, yeah, when I tried to get a hold of her. So, long story short, you guys were my emotional crutch yesterday, and you guys and Kaiba really helped me get through it, and I'm really not looking forward to everything that's coming next because I have to take this vehicle over to the repair shop today, and I'm pretty sure that they're going to just write it off again, and I'm going to be stuck without a car again for a little bit, which sucks so hard. But I gotta do what I gotta do, and at least this time I have a coworker that lives right nearby me that can give me a ride to work, so it's not going to be as terrible as it was last time trying to get a commute in and stuff. But yeah. Anyways, you're not all here for that. You're here for one thing and one thing only, and that thing is new set versus old set. Last time we had a tie, we decided, so the current series is sitting at 2-2 going into round 4, each one having a win and a loss and a tie now, which is crazy cool. I definitely was not expecting this to be as competitive as it ended up being, which I'm pretty happy with. I'm hoping to actually see Dominaria keep up its comeback here, because that would be kind of cool. I would love to see Dominaria pull out a lead in this series for the first time. But it is what it is. We have our good luck in Spider-Man 2 potentially. And we'll see what we pull. Since Dominaria is the one that won the last round that had a win, which was round 2, I'm going to actually start with Dominaria again, and then I will move to Spider-Man. And in between, I will maybe, if I can, try to find some time to film something with Kaiba in it and put it out to you guys. He's going to be really upset because most of the snow is melted now, unfortunately. And snow is definitely like one of his favorite things in the world, so we got a knight with vigilance. That's a pretty good token to start us off. 2-2. I like that. We got ourselves an Opt. Scry 1 and draw a card. Why not? Always good to have extra copies of Opt. Banalish, Honor Guard. 1 and a white for a 2-2. When this thing this thing gets +1/+0 for each legendary creature. Ooh. Be nicer if it was +1/+1, because this thing's going to get killed really easily. But I mean, you're still, give this thing trample and let it swing when you have a board of legendaries. That's not bad. Gitu Lava Runner, 1 red for a 1/2. As long as there are 2 or more instant or sorcery cards in your graveyard, this thing gets +1/+0 and has haste. Okay. Grow from the Ashes, 2 and a green, kicker 2. Search your library for a basic land, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library. If it was kicked, you get 2 basic lands instead. Honestly, it's way too expensive, in my opinion, for the kicker to be included with that for just 2 lands, especially because they're coming into play tapped, I believe. No, it doesn't say that, actually. Okay, well, that's not so bad then. If you can actually pay the 5 and you get 2 lands back from it, it's not the end of the world. That's pretty good then. Cabal Evangel, 1 and a black, 2/2. Just some flavor text. It is a human cleric, so it would fit into one of my cleric decks potentially, but I'm probably not going to use it. Homeraid Explorer, or Homeraid Explorer, sorry. 3 and a blue for 3/3. When this thing enters the battlefield, target player puts top 4 cards of their library into their graveyard. Damn, that's vicious. Deathbloom Salad, 2 and a black for a 3/2. When this thing dies, create a Sapperling token. I like that one. I think I like the artwork on that one better than the original one that I had in my Micro Tyrant deck. I might switch it for this one. That's pretty cool. Pardic Wanderer, 6 for a 5/5 with trample. Straightforward, comes in, beats you in the face. I like it. I like it. Why not? So far, the only things we put to the back are the Crab because it's too expensive, and the Cabal just because it has nothing going on. I'm not even really super fond of that flavor text reading it now to myself, so. 4 and a red, choose one. It deals 5 damage to target creature or destroy target artifact. Yeah, it's a little expensive for that, and it's sorcery speed, so I'm going to put that as a bottom one too. Blessed Light, 4 and a white, exile target creature or an enchantment. It is an instant, which is nice, and it doesn't have the opportunity to come back, which is also nice, but that is expensive. That would be more like a mid card, mid-tier card than a top card, but I'm not doing top bottom, so, or top mid bottom right now, obviously, so. Urza's Tomb, 2 to put it into play, 3 to tap, draw a card, then discard a card unless you exile a historic card from your graveyard. Not sure if I'd want to be exiling things from my graveyard necessarily. I think I'd almost rather discard, but that's not bad still. It's kind of a cool artifact. Wish there was a way to reduce the cost, but otherwise, kind of neat. Final Parting, 3 and 2 black. Search your library for 2 cards. Put one into your hand, the other into your graveyard, then shuffle your library. Ooh, that is a really cool tutor. I like that. It's a little expensive, and it is sorcery speed, but still, that's a pretty solid tutor. Tatsuko Emuzawa Fugitive. We got our first legendary of the day, and it's not going to come from Spider-Man, which is nice. 1 and a blue for a 1/3. Creatures you control with power or toughness 1 or less can't be blocked. Nice. That'd be a fun deck to build, I'm sure. I am stoked to pull that one. Dreadshade, 3 black for a shade 3/3. Pay black, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Okay, I like it. You can pay that many times in your turn, and you can make this thing one beefy mother effer and then swing in, give it flying or something. That's cool. And a plains for a land. I'm going to say that those 4 were really decent at the end there, and I kind of liked... The more I think about it, actually the Grow from the Ashes is a pretty good card. So we got 5 pretty good top cards there, and then we got a decent mid, and 3 at the bottom. There's pack 1. I'm going to put the cut in here just in case I do record something with Kaiba. Maybe I'll get him out for a walk or something before I have to take the car into the repair shop. Anyways, see you for part 2. Kaiba! Part 2 coming at you. We got the Spider-Man pack. Looking at this, I think the best card was Final Parting so far. So I'm going to say that's the top one to beat, although I do like the Shade, but don't get me wrong, but that is a really good tutor because you can put one into your hand directly and the other in your graveyard. And if you have like a Reanimator deck or something, that's no big deal putting into your graveyard. So I think that's an insanely valuable card. I'm hoping that's actually one of the more valuable cards. Now, does this one have a pack trick? It does. I always forget whether Spider-Man has a pack trick or not. So, token, land, hollow, best card. These should be the uncommons, and then we should be good, unless there was an extra one there, in which case I fudged up. Eerie Gravestone, 2. Enters, draw a card, pay black, and 1, sacrifice it, mill 4 cards. You can put a creature from among them into your hand. It's decent. I'm not opposed to that one. Unstable Experiment. Target player draws a card, then up to one target creature you control connives. Interesting, so you can make yourself technically draw 2 cards. That's pretty good. For 1 and a blue, I like that. Spider-Gwen, Free Spirit. Okay. Reach. Whenever she becomes tapped, you may discard a card if you do draw a card. Decent. That is our first Spider-Man legendary, and I mean, I'm not going to complain about that one. Gallant Citizen. There's Jonah Jameson and his son. 2 green or 2 white or a mix of the two. When this creature enters, draw a card. It's a 1/1. That's more mid-range, if anything. News Helicopter. 3 for flying. When it enters, create a 1/1 green-white citizen. And it's a 1/1 itself. It is giving you 2 bodies for 3, which isn't bad, but I'm still going to say mid. Craven's Cats. 1 and a green for 2/2 with 2 and a green. This creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn, but you can only do it once per turn. So, mid. Scout the City. 1 and a green. Either mill 3 cards, then put a permanent from among them into your hand and gain 3 life. Decent. Or destroy target creature with flying. Mid. School Days. 3 and 2 blue. Do homework, draw 3 cards. Fight crime, counter target spell, draw a card. You get to pick one of those. Instant speed, that's not bad, but the cost is pretty high. So I'm going to still say mid. So far, we're throwing a lot of stuff mid. The Gravestone is decent if you're playing black. Spider-Gwen seemed okay, and I did like the Unstable Experiment, but so far, those are the best. Everything else is kind of mid-tier in this Spider-Man pack. I'm thinking Dominaria might have this right now. Web Shooters, 1 and a white. Equip creature gets +1/+1 and has reach, and whenever it attacks, tap target creature an opponent controls. That is a pretty decent equipment for sure. That can definitely go top tier. Tombstone, Career Criminal. Cool. I do like Tombstone actually as a bad guy. 2 and a black for a 2/2. When he enters, return target villain card from your graveyard to your hand. Villain spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. I mean, sure, if I want to build a villains deck, that's an insanely fun villain commander. Otherwise, mid-range? I'm going to say top of the mid-range, but still mid-range. Shock deals 2 damage to any target at instant speed for 1 red. You can't go wrong with that. And now we're into the token, so we'll put that mid. And we'll put the mountain to the bottom. Not that I expect the next couple of cards to go to the bottom necessarily, but just in case. Spider-Man No More is our hollow. 1 and a blue. Enchanted creature is a citizen with base power toughness 1/1, and it has defender and loses all abilities. Damn. I do like the design on this one. The artwork is pretty nice. That is pretty sick as an enchantment. I'm going to put that top. And our last card, the Death of Gwen Stacy. Damn, that's cold. I didn't know they made that into a enchantment. Destroy target creature. Each player may discard a card. Each player who doesn't loses 3 life. Exile any number of target players' graveyards. It's not horrible. I would say that's more mid, though, to be honest, than top. Yeah, you get to destroy a target creature as it comes into play, assuming it gets off without being nicked, per se, by somebody's counter or something. Honestly, though, I don't think you're going to get to the third one, because a lot of people are not going to be happy with that second one and probably target this if they could. So, ultimately, I'm going to say mid. Right behind Tombstone. So, I mean, we got a few more top cards, but honestly, Are any of them as good as the top stack of this? I'm not sure. Unstable Experiment is probably the best one, I would say, out of all the cards that we pulled today. Web Shooters would probably be the second, and then either Gwen or Spider-Man No More would be third. But honestly, Unstable Experiment I don't think is as good as this, by any means. It's cheaper, and it is instant speed, but that is really good for getting what you need out of your deck. Dreadshade, I think, is awesome. And giving a creature reach, I always do enjoy that, but if you give a creature reach, you expect to use it as a blocker, so whenever it attacks, you're going to tap something? I'm not really sure why I want to do that, necessarily. So those things seem counterintuitive. And then Spider-Gwen, she's got some good stuff going on there, but I mean, so does Tetsuko. I'm giving it to Dominaria, guys. I'm going to say Dominaria is up 3-2. You guys can argue with me in the comments if you want. Maybe you can convince me to go for a tie again, but I think Dominaria takes it with the tutor. Alright, well, this is the last video that is going to be shot in this car, likely, because, like I say, I think it's going to get written off once the insurance company gets done their investigation, so, yeah, I don't know what's going to happen going forward with the channel, because recording at home is always a challenge, and recording in the car has been very freeing, so I could record when I wanted to. I do have a lot more memory now because my phone's much bigger and I can delete stuff, so I can keep that memory pretty open. So hopefully for at least a little while I'll be able to like film videos in advance and then put them out on the days that I need to. But as I said in the post, I really don't know what's going to go on with the channel for a little bit until I get things sorted. So with that said, don't want to leave you guys on a sour note, sorry, but I do once again want to say how much I greatly appreciate everybody reaching out, checking in on Kaiba and I, making sure we're okay, and all the love and support for us on the channel, but also just in general. When I need you guys, you were there, and that means the world to me. So thank you. And from Kaiba at home and I in the car to you, much love to you all. Have a great Thursday, what's left of it, and bye.